All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's me. It's your girl. The real deal. Lanita's Gifts Reaction. Like, share, and subscribe. What's up, real deal? And a happy Friday, y'all. Whew. Yes, Lord. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. Let me get it together. Whew. Okay. How y'all doing, real deal? How y'all doing? Today, Friday. Happy Friday. Yes, Lord. Jesus. You know, I did a live yesterday, and I asked y'all a question. I said, how far would you go for your man? I asked, how far would you go for your significant other? Now, this video right here, I'm going to turn it. Take the music, DJ. Thank you, baby. Now, the reason why I asked y'all that is because lately, we have been dealing with domestic violence. And a part of domestic violence, you got kids in the situation, and you punishing your kids for the things that you do what your man say, or you do what your woman say, or your significant other, whoever. So we gonna get into that, y'all. Whoo, Lord. The house of, child, these children got away. These kids right here, y'all better go get y'all some coffee. Go get whatever you want, whatever you do. Go get it because you're gonna need it when you see this video. Now, lately, lately we have been looking at all these beautiful homes. We've been watching a lot of beautiful homes, a lot of smiling couples, but psychologically, it's a lot going on in them houses. You can't go by how a house look, how a neighborhood look, what going on the outside, like the inside. What's going on the inside, you can't tell because it look good on the outside. Of course, they're gonna let that house look good on the outside because you don't need to know what's on the inside. But I believe that what they call them, social workers need to be hired and trained good. They need to be hired and trained to protect our kids, to help protect our kids in our community. Now, because I noticed lately, y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. We're gonna get into this video. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna get into this video. Now, we don't been through a whole lot with all this here going on. There's too much going on, and ain't nothing done about it. That's why people doing what they want to do. What's gonna happen? We're gonna go back to where y'all came from, because they ain't come from nowhere. Okay, let's take a look at this video, y'all. For mature audience only. Mature audience only. Okay. Let's look at this. This is terrible. Now, when you look at this house, what the first thing come across your mind? Real deal. That's a beautiful home. Every home we seen lately is beautiful. Nice home. The home on the prairie. But something happened on the inside of that house right there. We got to talk about. Something happened on the inside of that house. How could a mother let anything happen to their child? So let's get into this video. They call it a house of horror escape, y'all. Sure.
South 71st Street. Sounds like my neighbors be saying that the children might be in danger. We're going to stage for a second here.
It's a dispatch call. Milwaukee Fire's acting assistant chief Skylar Belot.
This one just sounded different.
Heard on his way home from work Thursday and made the decision to stop.
As the operations chief, anything that's a little out of the ordinary, sometimes I'll respond to that just to check it out and see what's going on.
And out of the ordinary, it was. A criminal complaint says a 7 and 9-year-old, naked and covered in red marks, had escaped their home where some of the windows had boards over them. Chief Belot saw them.
I guess it would be fair to say that the neighbors in the area that had some concerns were justified. And like I told the police officer when he arrived on scene, that it was worth them.
Y'all know what's going to happen. Y'all know what's going to have to happen. Y'all know exactly what's going to have to happen to the people in our society. We are going to have to start back going like it was when we were coming up. The neighbors supporting each other, people in the neighborhood looking out for each other. They're going to go back to like a neighborhood watch thing, because the police officers not going to be able to solve a lot of problems. It's going to take the community to solve their own problems. Okay, let's look at this.
Look inside the home?
No, I did not get in the home. When the police arrived, they went in and made contact with the resident.
Inside that home, police found a, quote, terrible hoarding situation. Investigators saying the children's room had feces smeared all over the walls. There was also a latch to lock the door.
Y'all see that? Kids can't help themselves. Kids can't help themselves, y'all. They said the children's rooms had feces and smeared all over the walls of the room. There was also a latch to lock the door from the outside of the kids' room. Things got to get back in order, man. This is ridiculous here. Things got to get back in order, y'all. This don't make no sense.
From the outside of the kids' room. Neighbors captured the moment they arrested the two boys' mother, Katie Koch, and her boyfriend, Joel Mankey. In court Monday, a commissioner set Koch's bond at $30,000. She remains in custody.
Look
Online,
at her. How far? How far will you go for your man? That's why I keep for your significant other. Look at that. She acting like it ain't nothing happened.
at $30,000. She remains in custody. Online inmate records show Mankey is no longer being held in the Milwaukee County Jail. No one answered at the home Tuesday.
Anything involving kids sort of it gets to you a little more, so I want to ensure that they're taken care of.
One that'll stick with you for a while?
Yeah, absolutely, amongst the many throughout my career.
Now, Milwaukee police, they did decline our request for an interview this afternoon. I also asked police how these young boys are doing, what are their conditions, and they did not respond.
Hannah, do we know if law?
Real deal, what we got to say about that? What y'all say about that? I mean, this is sad. The little boys, they don't even say how old the kids are. The mama out of jail. Oh, wait. Lord have mercy. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. This is just nasty. And he looking, ooh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Y'all excuse me. I didn't come for this kind of stuff. This is new. All this stuff right here is new to me. I never had to see nothing like this. I wasn't raised like this, and I most definitely didn't raise minds like this. But just looking at this woman right here, you know, like I tell my children, you can't put me in the pay of nobody. And they be like, Mama, when I say certain stuff, Mom. And I said, Mom, nothing. You have to think outside the box these days. You have to watch your children. I don't care if your kin folks got them. You got to watch your kids. Especially when they start getting them money and stuff like this. So many, whoo, Lord, honey. And this is her husband. There's so many. They had, you know, in the summertime. You know what? In the summertime, I be feeling sorry for some kids because you could keep up with them when they going to school, but in the summer, oh my gosh. I can't believe she did her children like that. I wish I can be an advocate for those kids. Go in there and pop up for them on the net. Hold on, y'all. And they got the prettiest house. I wonder who be coming over there cleaning up the house for them. Got the house too pretty.
Milwaukee mother and her boyfriend faced decades in prison after allegedly.
Boyfriend. I asked y'all folks the other day, how far would you go for your man? How far would you go for your woman? See, you know, my children, I don't care what nobody said, my kids came first. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was reading some.
forcibly imprisoning her children in their home for years.
The two boys are now in protective custody tonight after neighbors found them wandering the streets naked and covered in blood.
CBS 58's Adam Reif is live in that neighborhood tonight with a look at what we know so far. Adam?
Natalie Jessup, today neighbors told me they didn't even know people lived in this White House behind me because they never saw people go in or
They ain't
out.
know nobody
until
stayed in that house. Y'all been in y'all neighborhood all this time, a whole year, and y'all didn't know if somebody stay in that house. So why y'all think the porch light on? Why y'all think the yard pretty? I bet one thing about our neighborhood, we make sure everything. It's a nice neighborhood. We ain't never had no problem like that. But you have to look within your neighbors, and and see what's going on and stuff. Keep the numbers and get in touch with each other. No way they not know nobody stay there.
Thursday when 7- and 9-year-old brothers jumped through a shattered window in the rear of the home. That's when the neighbors called 911 as the boys stumbled naked through the streets.
They had never been outside before. If they have been, it's been a very long time.
Christine Ader said it took a moment for her to process what she was seeing when two boys stumbled away from a usually quiet home across the street last Thursday.
They were just walking different. Their hair looked like it had never been brushed, never been cut. They were they didn't know the outside existed.
The boys were naked and there was blood. Her husband called 911 while she kept.
Y'all, one thing I could say about that neighbor. Somebody dial 911. See, you ain't got to say nothing to the children. Call 911. Now that means been me seeing some naked children running around like, oh, y'all come here. What's wrong? And I lock my door with them in there, and I'm gonna call 911. And then I'll call my neighbor across the street. It'll be like a neighborhood thing. But what I'm saying is, that don't make no sense. Boy, they got a 9-year-old and a 7. They can't take care of 2 children. Lord have mercy. In my second cup of coffee. I need to stop before I start trembling. But y'all, when you see something like this, call the police, call the officers, call somebody, get some help, call your neighbor, y'all get out there and y'all work this thing out together or something. Get them kids out the street, get them out there. And I like what this neighbor did. And y'all, they were looking at a movie called Out of Horror movie. Lord have mercy, Jesus. The couple charged with imprisonment of their own little kids.
Eyes on the boys.
It's really terrible. It's like something out of a horror movie.
34-year-old Katie Koch is now facing 4 felony counts and 2 misdemeanor counts related to the false imprisonment and neglect of a child. 38-year-old Joel Mankey is facing 4 felony counts.
What do you know about the couple?
Look at them. How far will you go for your man or your significant others? I just asked y'all that last night. See, I'm gonna tell you something. See, when you ain't used to nobody keeping it real with you, they real when they they keeping it real with you, you just don't want to pay them no attention. But it happened for real. Y'all think stuff don't happen. Look at this woman right here. She went to this couple in their 30s. Only thing she thinking about her man and his woman. What about your 2 kids? You ain't got but 2. What about them? You could have fed them and went on and did what you had to do. What is going on with some of these? Y'all need to lay off. I know what you need to do. I ain't gonna tell you. But you know what you need to do. You need to get off of it. You know what I'm talking about? Get off of it.
Who lived there?
Absolutely nothing. I never saw her or him ever.
Mankey said he's lived in the home since 2007. Cox said she and the children moved in
Now,
about 4 years.
y'all laugh. I'm sorry, y'all. That's what my channel is, Reach Action Channel. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't no man in the world they lived in that on 2007. Y'all ain't never seen them. Why y'all think who get the groceries? Groceries. How they paying for the house? Hold on, y'all. Let me take a cup of coffee. Ooh, hallelujah. I'm serious. The real deal is strong right now. I mean, that them people been living there 2007. Y'all ain't see what happened to 2022, 21. Come on, they're going down the road. Come on. Don't tell that lie. Y'all seen them folks. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't need you to come on here and tell the truth now.
Years ago, the kitchen and living room were piled with garbage, and the smell of feces and urine filled the home. Trash was
Look. They made that house look so pretty, y'all. They made that house look so pretty on the news. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Somebody had been cutting that grass, y'all. See, they had that house looking too pretty. It look rough now.
was also piled outside the children's room, which locked from the outside. Inside, the walls were smeared with feces.
A child witness described them as acting like cavemen, like they had never seen the sun before.
In an interview with investigators, Mankey said Koch had never taken the children to a doctor in the years she had lived with him, nor
Wait a minute. Milwaukee. I've never been there before in my life, and I don't want to go there. I don't even want to leave my Georgia. I love Georgia. But let me tell you something. Y'all, what happened to some? What? Okay, let me ask y'all something real deal. And y'all know I'm telling the truth, because I'm going to keep it real anyway, regardless of what. I'm going to keep it real. Back in the days, we got to go back in the days, because back in the day was the safest days. Because you had the neighbors looking out for everybody child, like we do now. But it's a little different. Y'all kind of on the attitude thing now. So folks scared to say something to your child. You can't tell me that this woman don't had some children. And they had the 9-year-old had to go to school when he was 9, 8, 7. Come on, and then you got 1, 7. They had to go to school. Even if they did homeschool, you got to turn the computer back in. So sick of this kind of stuff.
they'd been to a school in that time. Koch told investigators that she
Hold on, let me see. They mentioned something about school. Hold up, because I just mentioned school.
Doctor in the years she had lived with him, nor had they been to a school in that time. Koch told investigators that she homeschooled the children. She also, quote, admitted that the home is not habitable and said, quote, her boys deserve better.
These children have been.
Yeah. Something ain't right about this picture. You see that woman here? You know, no offense to anybody. No offense to any race or nothing like that. You would think nobody hair, you wouldn't think that her hair would get like that. She don't even comb her own hair. For the most of her own kids. You could cut the hair off their head. They said the kids' hair looked like her hair. This gotta stop. Stuff like this gotta stop. It got to.
Been permanently damaged from their mother's actions. They are completely uneducated. They are not potty trained, even at their ages. They are essentially at this point unable to function in society.
What? Y'all, come on. Y'all said they were homeschooled. When you homeschool, you got to sit right in front of that computer. Y'all couldn't tell that boy hair need combing. People just don't care no more. The workers don't even care no more. You got to, you know, I'm going to always care. I'm going to always care. So don't do nothing to your child around me, because I'm going to always care. And I'm telling too.
Now, Katie Cox's cash bail was set at $30,000 today, though a public defender says she has no way of paying that amount. Joel Mankey's cash bail was set at $6,500. Both of them have preliminary hearings July 26. Now, if convicted of all 4 felony charges, the maximum penalties are $120,000 fines and 42.5 years in prison. Cox faces an additional $20,000.
I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care what they do to them. I don't care what they do to these people. I don't care what they do to these people. Real deal. Y'all need to put over here in this chat box over here and leave your reaction. You're not gonna get it. Nobody gonna bite you or nothing. Leave your reaction and make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. But this gotta stop. I'm out, y'all. I'm just sick of it. You can't tell me that them kids were going to homeschool and y'all weren't checking on. Y'all supposed to check on them kids. You supposed to go and check on them homeschool children. Anything could be a reason why a parent got their kids doing homeschool. We about to start a brand new year in August. We need our kids. We need them. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This is terrible. This is terrible. All right, y'all. I'm working today. Friday. Happy Friday. Shout out to all my workers. Shout out to all my subscribers, viewers. Shout out to all my people, the people that don't join the channel, been with me since day one. And all right, I need all of y'all, the rest of y'all, thousands, hundreds, or whatever, to jump aboard and join the channel. I'm out, guys.